want to tell the doctor about your patient's poop appearance, then go ahead. Hey guys, it's Sarah, and welcome back to another nursing video. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about being a new grad nurse out of orientation. So I've been out of orientation for about a month now. I've been on days. They wanted me on days right out of orientation, even though I was hired on night shift, just to get more experience and I guess to have more help because more people are around during the day, like the clinical coordinators, unit supervisors, everyone is there to help, and just to better improve time management. For those of you who are here for the first time, I graduated in May with my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. I now work as a pediatric RN in a big city hospital. I started working in June and I was on orientation for 6 weeks. I had 3 weeks on day shift, 3 weeks on night shift, and then I was back on days once I was out of orientation. So during my orientation, I had like at least 6 different preceptors, which I was supposed to only have 2, but it actually ended up being a blessing in disguise because I really enjoyed being able to see everyone's individual perspective, everyone's individual tips and tricks, and then I was better able to adopt my own method and my own routine. You can't really have a routine as a nurse because everything's always changing, but you know, a routine to kind of manage my day. Honestly, I was terrified to be out of orientation. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, that's what I felt like. I was so scared. Now that I'm out of orientation, I feel like, first of all, like there's always people to like lend a helping hand. So that made the transition out of orientation so much easier because I'm not on my own. I'll never be totally on my own. I'll always have people around to ask questions or to help with maybe something new, maybe something I haven't heard of, maybe something that I've done before but just need a refresher. I don't remember the exact procedure, policy on it. So that made transitioning way more manageable. Second of all, if you're in orientation right now and you're about to be out and you're as nervous as I am, just know that in a way, being out of orientation is easier when it comes to managing your time. Because something that I found when I was in orientation is that your preceptor has a specific way that they like to do things, and that really helps you develop your own method. But at the same time, you start to develop like an outline or like, oh, I'm gonna do this next. You know, you're developing a plan in your head, but your preceptor's plan may not be the same, or maybe the doctor or the charge nurse was communicating with your preceptor, and then your preceptor like continues the telephone call to you, like that game telephone, and the message just gets relayed across so many different obstacles. It's not a bad thing, but like once you're on your own, you can kind of manage your time the way you want, if that makes sense. So that's probably the biggest benefit of being on your own. Also, when you're on your own, they likely won't give you like the crazy patients. Like, we have a lot of heart kids on our floor, we have chemo kids with a lot of comorbidities, with severe complications. They aren't just gonna throw you into a patient who's circling the drain right off the bat. By giving you patients that aren't necessarily easy, but are a little bit more suitable for your level of experience, it really helps you manage your time. It helps you learn the basic policies and procedures that your unit, that your hospital follows, and it just helps you, get on your feet. And I feel like all of these little tidbits apply to all realms of nursing, whether pediatrics or not. Managing your time is probably the hardest part of being a new nurse. There's definitely a lot to learn, but managing your time is probably the biggest obstacle. Another thing that's been like a really interesting challenge out of orientation is knowing when to contact the doctor. I don't know, I feel like I contact them over like the weirdest things. Like, for example, today I was like contacting the doctor because my patient's poop didn't look right, and I was just like, I don't know if this is necessary or if this is expected, but like, this is what's up. Thankfully, most of the doctors that I've worked with have been so nice and like so collaborative. Honestly, like, rather tell them and they be like, why did you bother wasting my time with this information? We'd rather that than not tell them and then like something go wrong because of it. So, you know, if you want to tell the doctor about your patient's poop appearance, then go ahead, you know? I feel like every video on YouTube says this, but like, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to, even if you think you're gonna look dumb, like, who cares? Better be, you know, safe for your patients than miss something or do something incorrectly or just forget to do it. You know, it's better to ask for help. It can be scary being out on your own. It's scary to know that you're the one like responsible for the patients. You know, it's terrifying a little bit, not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's very empowering. It's something that you should be proud of, that you know, you're making a difference in these people's lives. You get to be playing a role, an important role in getting these patients home so they can, you know, enjoy their lives. You're getting them home and happy and healthy, and it's really an honor to be a part of that. So yeah, if you are about to graduate nursing school, if you're about to get out of orientation, or if you're newly out of orientation like me, I hope this video served to give some comfort to you, or maybe now you're like, oh, I'm not alone, or yeah, I totally catch your drift, Sarah. And if you're watching this, make sure to let me know what your biggest hurdles have been out of orientation, or what your biggest tips and tricks are for new nurses out of orientation. And let me know what you guys would like to see next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and you subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.